My biggest pet peeve. Why are you jumping into funded accounts when you know you can't pass any? People spend so much money, they fuck around and spend thousands on funded accounts, trying to get a payout, try to just spam payouts. Doesn't work like that. Go to Prize Picks. It's crazy because all you need to do is learn how to trade, understand how to trade on a funded account, then buy the funded account, then you pass it easier, and then you make money. But then people just call me a fraud when I say that, when I literally fucking did it. The trading meta now is funded accounts. For me, the test part of a funded account is the easiest. I want you to feel that way so you can get some payouts, get some money. Like and subscribe because I'm probably not gonna post again for another month. I just announced in my mentorship, I'm doing a full trade education path for you. I don't want to call this a course because it's not that, but I made 3 tiers where everyone's gonna start at beginner, get to intermediate, and get to expert, taking tests, learning basic concepts, going into intermediate levels, and then you're gonna have a final mentorship with me. I'm gonna make sure everybody gets right. I'm gonna make sure everybody knows exactly what they're doing to pass more funded accounts, to get better at trading overall. Make sure you get more money paid, get more payouts, get funded, all that stuff. Get that whole course, live trading with me every day, seminars every week, Q&As every week. Spend 75 bucks, invest in the education. Fuck it, discount code, here's 50 bucks. If you don't think about it, you're an idiot. Before anything, remember, these guys just want your money. They profit off you losing. Now, of course, that's a trade-off because you have the ability to use their money and make money with it. But understand, these rules are set in place. These rules are created to make you lose. So inherently, you kind of have to do your most with it because they're always going to be there. There's no way to work around them. Best thing I was ever told, the first couple funded accounts you have, don't worry about passing them. Use them for experience. If you blow them, it doesn't matter. Before anything, you have to get comfortable trading with these rules. The number one thing is drawdown. Obviously, that is the ability for your account to get lost once it hits a certain limit of losses. Once I break down my approach, I'm gonna use numbers, I'm gonna use everything, I'm gonna make it super easy for you to understand. It's gonna be a lot easier for you to pass these accounts. The most overlooked and simple thing that will guarantee you to pass more funded accounts consistently is position size, and it gets so overlooked. Just for reference, I only purchase 50K funded accounts. You don't need more than that, really. With the ability to have multiple funded accounts, it's really just bait for you to buy bigger accounts and spend more money. With the 50Ks I use, there's a drawdown limit of $2,000. That means I have to pretty much not lose $2,000 on the account at any point, or else my account will be taken down. And I have to make 4K, so I pretty much have a 2-to-1 risk to reward. I went live on TikTok in the afternoon on Friday, and I went 14-3 live trading. And if you guys don't know, I scalp on the 15 second, so 14, 15, 17 trades is a lot, but in reality, it's not, just because I'm only targeting such little amount of points, only losing such little amount, same thing. It's just how I like to trade. I always start my accounts off trading 1 mini. Something I like to do, just called drawdown manipulation, is just make sure I'm starting small, scaling my position size up as my drawdown grows. Your drawdown is set at $50,000, $2,000 underneath that. If you can grow it and not hit your profit target yet, it'll actually add to your drawdown. So let's say if I got the account to 52,000, I would have 4,000 in drawdown because my drawdown was 2,000 under 50,000. I like to scale my position size up as I climb on the account. I never risk more than 10 points per trade. And if you want to learn how to scalp like me, check out my other videos. 1 mini is 200 bucks per 10 points on NQ. I would have to lose 10 trades in a row to lose the account. At that point, bro, get a job. Seriously though, if you fail the account, it's okay. You can restart, get a new one, and not have to worry about it. That gives me a lot of room initially to build my account up, potentially to get myself to 51,000. Then I would potentially maybe go to 15 micros or 2 minis and build my drawdown as I climb. The one skeptical problem about this is if I do build my position size and I lose a trade, it'll actually bring me back more than I would if I wasn't. But the number one thing is I instill these rules both ways. So if I got the account to 52,000 and I have 4,000 in drawdown, I still have 2,000 to go. I'll probably size up to 2, maybe 3 minis per trade. Now, if I get down to 51,200, I will go back to my original rules until I get back to that point. You have to be very disciplined with this, but it really gives you the opportunity to try and get that shot at it, try and get the good trade, get the account done, and get it passed. A lot of people preach like, using 1% of your account, taking it slow, all this stuff. Look, in reality, the eval account phase is important, but the real goal is to get it passed. I really do influence you trade exactly how you would on your live account, but we need to pass this with some pace. We don't want to put all of our time, all of our effort into these eval accounts because that is not our goal. Remember how I just said I took 17 trades. I went 14-3 on TikTok live, trading on an eval. I would never really do this on my live account. But again, these are all setups I would potentially take. These are all good setups for me. I just would never trade with this much volume. I would never do 17 trades in such a short amount of time. I usually go for around 5 or 6. But I was on my eval, so I'm being more risky, but it is all managed and it is all trades that I would normally take. Off rip, give yourself 10 losses in a row, whatever that means in your contract size. 10 losses before you lose your account off rip. Whoa, I grew my account $1,000. Now I have $3,000 of drawdown. At this point, I would actually scale up to another mini. Doing this gives me an opportunity to really take a shot at climbing my account, building it quicker. At this point, I would probably run 2 minis until I pass the account. But for me specifically, how this really works for me and does really well is that I am at 51,000 right now, I will switch to 2 minis. If I take this account back to 50,000 and I'm back down to only 2,000 in drawdown, I will then scale down back to 1 mini again and try and climb myself back up again. Basically, I'm getting myself to the point where I can really take a shot at it, a comfortable shot, again, because we're managing our risk here. It's an eval. We don't need to take it extremely serious to grow my account further, then get the, if I get to 4,000 drawdown, I'm not losing the account, bro. The hardest part is that first 50% to your profit level. After that, it's smooth sailing. But again, we want to build away from that drawdown. This really gives me a chance to just throw a fucking Mahomes bazooka and get past that. Drawdown scaling and position sizing is really the most overlooked thing that is so simple that can really help you regardless of your strat, regardless of how much experience you have. Get these accounts passed faster. Second thing for sure, some of you guys just don't know how to call a day. There's days where you see bad price action, you still trade. There's times where you break your rules and still trade. You trade pre-market, you trade post-market, you trade past the hours you usually trade. You just do stupid stuff. And don't get me wrong, I've done it before too. Sometimes I still do it. But again, I have rules set in place where if I lose a certain amount of money per day, I'm done regardless. The most important things you need to have: stop limit on the day. Avoid news. Duh. Trade schedule set. Position size, we already talked about. And your trade outlook. People are just allergic to red days. You get down on the day, you just want to fucking try and make it back. You just want to send it with the drawdown you have left. You want to up your position size. You want to do all these stupid things. Set a limit of how much you can lose on a day before you cut yourself off. Understand, not because you lost on that day doesn't mean it's your fault. Sometimes price action sucks. It's not going your way and it doesn't move how you like to see it move. There's so many times where I have bad price action. I take amazing trades and I lose and I blame it on me. Okay. You need to be able to identify price action, which that's another topic. But again, if you can't identify the trend, see how you like to take trades. If you can't see that, why are you taking trades, number one? And why are you forcing yourself to take trades? It's okay. You don't have to make money every single day and post on your Instagram. It's not a big deal. You have to look at the bigger picture with this and understand why we're doing this. The number one reason why you're here right now, funded accounts are so hard to pass. Now let's throw in bad price action on top of all these shitty prop firm rules. Then you lose and blame it on yourself. That's not healthy for you. For me personally, when I live trade in my Discord every morning, if I take 3 losses in a row, I'm done for the day. At that point, I understand if I take 3 losses in a row, price action isn't moving how I like to see it. I scalp, so I take quick trades. If I lose 3 in a row, it ain't good. If price action is moving good, I would never take 3 losses in a row until I obviously hit on the day. Being able to step away is the most profitable habit you will have in the day trading space. Thankfully, some of these prop firms are actually initiating like multi-day. You cannot pass accounts in a day, which is nice. Originally, you guys need to take this slow, get the experience. It's so nice that you have the ability to actually practice before you get the live account so that you do actually have some, tendencies when you're working to get a payout. Oh my gosh, lastly, you don't back test and you need to back test more. It's so easy and literally free. 20 seconds of your day and you can be good. 2 really great ways you can back test. 1, if you do take trades in the morning, make sure to leave your position tool up so that 1, you can see your stop loss and take profit because that's always great to see, but leave it up so you can go back to it, look at it, win or loss, and actually find out what went wrong. 2, it's very important you do this. Make sure that you are looking at the charts at the time when you actually trade. Don't look back at the chart at 3 o'clock and try and look for backtesting setups. Look at the time frames from when you are actually trading. For me, I trade from 9:30 to 10:30 and I look for potential setups that I missed or played out that maybe I didn't see at the time. Just for the sake that I already have these up, we're just going to talk about these. I know I traded in the 15-second. Holy shit, let's comment it 50,000 times in the comment section. Cool. Oh my gosh, this guy's a fraud. Look, okay, so we have initial uptrend breakout to the upside. This is a very big bullish green candle. Trend was already bullish before, but again, this just signified to me I probably want to play with the upside because that is where price is moving. What I want to look for at this point when we see this big break is not only a pullback, not necessarily to this EMA, but again, we're just looking for a buying wick. All I want to see in this area is this huge influx of price. Then I want to see a validation of buyers at a new high. This was our previous high right here. Boom, buyers are stepping up here, buying in this new area, signifying to me price probably will continue up because people are buying at this low. Usually I would get in at this first candle right here, which we didn't. We waited for the next candle. I don't really know why I did it, okay? But we waited. We caught another candle where we just were stagnant. Now, this really verified me that buyers could really sweep this low because, again, price was moving down pretty quickly off this high, but buyers initially held right here and then continued to hold, not the greatest candle ever, but continued to hold above this wick. So I jumped in for longs targeting this previous high, and our SL was at this previous low. Had a 2.5 point stop loss, caught 6.5 points. This was an amazing trade, almost 3 RR. Again, I know it's not a lot of points. Holy shit, you're a fraud. It works for me, and I have a blast doing it, so sorry, guys. But again, All we're doing is we're looking back at the time frame where we normally trade, regardless if it was trades you took or just looking at the price action overall, looking for potential setups, giving yourself more experience. The best thing about fund accounts giving you the test phase is that you do get to experience how to trade. You get more knowledge and more, real-time action of taking these trades. What you can do on top of that is go back, look at the day you traded, look at the time you traded the day, maybe at night, or maybe before you start trading the next day. Look at the price action, look how it moved, look at setups, look what happened. Give yourself kind of an insight of, okay, maybe I could have done this better, maybe I could have done this, different. And see what happens, because this is something that really helps me out, because you start to see stuff over time. You backtest continuously. It'll happen again in the future. So all you're doing is just giving yourself more of a chance to get comfortable with price action, give yourself more of an edge to make yourself have a higher chance of passing these funded accounts. I know I'm the realest in the game, bro. I just want to help you guys get better. That's all I want to do. Praise God. I love you guys so much. Hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Subscribe.